Welcome to this space, a space to slow down, to understand where we come from, and to reconnect with our energy. This is not just a podcast, this is a moment to wake up. Hello everyone, welcome back to Voice of Energy. In the last episode, we talked about discipline, the quiet power that turns intention into real change. But today I want to talk about something that is often much harder to face, because sometimes the limits in our lives are not only personal, sometimes they are collective. Invisible rules, unspoken expectation, things that people around us believe without even realizing it. And one of the most powerful of those limits is what I call the invisible ceiling. An invisible ceiling is a limit that exists in the mind, not in reality. It is the moment when a person believes this is as far as I can go, even when nothing is actually stopping them. And sometimes those limits are not only inside us. Sometimes they come from the environment around us, the comment people make, the doubts they express, the way success is sometimes viewed with suspicion instead of encouragement. Many societies that have experienced long periods of hardship develop something psychologists call a scarcity mindset. It is the feeling that there is not enough opportunities, not enough success, not enough space for everyone. And when people believe that success is limited, something very strange begins to happen. Instead of celebrating the success of others, they begin to feel frightened by it. Success becomes uncomfortable. Ambition becomes suspicious. Standing out becomes risky. So people begin to stay small, not because they lack talent, but because they want to remain accepted. In many communities, there is something people rarely speak about openly: social jealousy. The moment someone starts to rise, and instead of hearing encouragement, they hear things like, "Who do you think you are? They are trying too hard, you're trying too hard." They forget where they come from, man. The small sentences seems harmless, but they carry a powerful message. Do not go too far. Do not rise too high. Stay where we are comfortable seeing you. And little by little, people begin to limit themselves. They hide their ambition, they downplay their dreams, they shrink their possibilities just to avoid being judged. Sometimes this pressure becomes even stronger. Instead of simply questioning someone who tried something new, people begin to pull them back. Not always intentionally. Sometimes it happens through jokes, sometimes through criticism, sometimes through discouragement, and sometimes through silence. But the effect is the same. The invisible ceiling becomes stronger. Because when one person tries to go higher, the group unconsciously try to bring them back to the same level. Not out of cruelty, but out of fear. Fear of change, fear of difference, fear of what success might reveal about our own lives. The tragedy of this invisible ceiling is that it limits an entire community. Talented people stay quiet, creative ideas are never explored, leaders doubt themselves, dreams are postponed again and again, not because they are impossible, but because people feel safer staying within the invisible boundary. And over time, that boundary begins to feel normal. But perhaps the most important question is this: what do we transmit to the next generation? Children observe everything. They see how adults react to success. They see whether ambition is celebrated or criticized. They see whether courage is encouraged or mocked. And slowly they learn what is acceptable. If they see people being punished socially for trying to grow, they will learn to stay small. But if they see people supporting each other, lifting each other, celebrating progress, they will learn something very different. They will learn that growth is possible. Breaking the invisible ceiling does not happen at once. It begins with awareness. It begins when one person decides, I will not limit myself because of fear. I will not shrink my dreams to fit other people's comfort. And even more importantly, it begins when we change how we treat the success of others. Because the strongest communities are not the ones where people stay equal by staying small. They are the ones where people rise and lift each other higher. So, maybe the real question is not, can we succeed? Maybe the real question is, are we ready to stop being afraid of success in ourselves and in others? Take care of your energy because your energy is your responsibility. See you soon.